Terry Smash presentation confirmed, but will we know when the character releases? Is it tomorrow? Blocked content. What's happening, my Blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. And yes, we do have a brand new intro, thank you for noticing, and let's dive into the content of today because we are actually talking about something really special and some leaks that actually are corroborated now. So this is all super interesting information. Tomorrow is going to be the big live stream that Sakurai is doing about Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. So we're finally getting that Fatal Fury rep in Smash Brothers, and Sakurai is going to go through it in this live stream full on, and there's a lot of interesting here because there's also some tweets that Nintendo Versus has sent out, some translated Japanese tweets, as well as some leaks that we've found that corroborate both the date that this is happening on and of course the information that could be shared within. So everything here seems to line up, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because everything here is just blowing up right now. Here's something special because a lot of you Blocked buddies wanted it. Here it is, the new show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions about your upcoming Smash Brothers fighters, thoughts on your favorite game, or maybe even how to start on YouTube. Anything you can think of, send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com. I've seen so many great ones. I've answered so many. Sometimes I even sent you a written response. So I'll answer your questions live on the show in our next episode. And for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are giving away this Piranha Plant plushie Puppet Boy at 50k subscribers and this beautiful What's Happening My Blocked Buddies branded t-shirt. So please subscribe to the channel right now and comment down below why you should have one of these beautiful giveaway items. Alright guys, let's head right on into this. So first of all, I wanted to talk about those tweets, right? Nintendo Versus has actually pinned this tweet, so pretty interesting, and has commented on it themselves to, have a little bit more information here, and that specific tweet is very interesting. So it says, Nintendo Versus join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Director Masahiro Sakurai on the 6th of November at 5 a.m. PT for a roughly 45-minute video live stream featuring an in-depth look at upcoming DLC fighter Terry Bogard from the Fatal Fury series. Now, all of this is of course to be expected, and it leads to think that would this be the date that also the character is released on? That's what they did for pretty much all the characters, right? Release them on the same day that that video goes up. So that to me is very exciting news. So we might be even playing as Terry tomorrow, and what would be cool is we will also live stream. So potentially I'd be playing against you guys live on the show, and we'll all be playing the new character Terry Bogard in Smash Brothers. But there's two interesting things here. First of all, it's interesting that this is a roughly 45-minute video live stream, right? It's, well, not really a video live stream. It's probably the same thing as it was with Banjo and the like, that it is a recorded video and it's free-flowing. It's Sakurai without a script playing through the game and showing the characters and different moves, but it's also not a live stream. It is being streamed, the video is being streamed, but it's been being pre-made, and it's also been slightly edited. That's what happened in those videos. I mean, there's no real way about it. That's not really what a video live stream is. So interesting to me is that it's 45 minutes long. Now, of course, you guys might know that the previous videos that we got for different characters, the one for Joker, the one for Hero, and the one for Banjo, were all a little bit shorter. And with a little bit shorter than 45 minutes, Joker video was 15 minutes, Hero's video had 21 minutes devoted to it, and Banjo and Kazooie got a whopping 25 minutes. So that's all a lot, but if you do look at this video's length, 45 minutes, what are they going to talk about other than Terry Bogard, right? It must be a little bit more, right? Terry Bogard, maybe his stage, and of course the, details of his stage, music, and that kind of stuff. That doesn't really fit 45 minutes, right? Maybe some updates on this new Smash update that will come with Terry. Maybe there's a new game mode somewhere, maybe Mii Fighters. I almost want to say that there's something big going on, right? There's something really huge probably happening within those 45 minutes because that time is incredibly crazy. If you think back to those characters, Joker, yeah, that is an interesting character. The stage is interesting, the music, and that all amounted to 15 minutes of screen time. Hero, with all its crazy moves and mechanics, and the stage that looks so different than anything we've seen before, and those different costumes, and talking about the voice actors and everything, that got to 21 minutes. And then Banjo playing through with the character and doing a few matches and talking about the stage and even showing animations on the stage and Tootie walking around, that amounted to 25 minutes. So now if you're gonna look at this thing, and it's Terry Bogard, a character that probably has some background information with it. I mean, even in the thumbnail of the image, it is Sakurai right there with the Neo Geo, which is really, really cool. So he's probably gonna dive into a little bit of the history of the character, right? It's not gonna be straight up, let's play a Smash match, right? But also 45 minutes is like twice as long as something that we've known. So there must be something more here. And of course, our crazy fan brains go off here and they basically say, well, what if there's another character announced? What if there's, more Mii costumes that hint to characters? What if there's a huge new emote that demands some attention? Well, I gotta show you this tweet because this is interesting. Nintendo was ahead of the curve here, and they actually said in the follow-up tweet to this, Nintendo Versus, during this live stream, there are no announcements regarding any unrevealed fighters. That alone is to me extremely interesting because this actually is the first time that Nintendo had to flat out say, well, don't get excited about the 45 minutes meaning anything more. There are no announcements regarding any unrevealed fighters coming. So they wanted to be ahead of things and say, there's nothing more happening than just Terry, so I don't know what's leaking out there with the Kako Demon stuff, with the Mallow stuff, right? I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, don't count on seeing anything like that in this thing, which I think is interesting, right? It's reactionary. It isn't like Nintendo to be reactionary at all, so there must be a reason why they included something like this, with maybe the 45-minute mark being the thing that will tip off players and say, well, probably we'll see a little bit more, right? So what they go on to say is a new version 6.0 of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will arrive soon. And of course they say this update will feature fighter adjustments, meaning replay data from previous versions will be incompatible, so you can convert your replays by going to Vault, then Replays, then Replay Data, then convert to video before updating it. So yeah, very stealthily saying, of course, we are getting 6.0 with Terry's update, and that means 6.0, right? We're gonna probably get a little bit more content than just character updates and this brand new character and stage. It's probably going to bring a mode, and of course a lot of you people out there are saying Sakurai kind of said there are no additional modes left, right? Well, not really. Sakurai said pretty much. That was the English translation, and people actually said, yeah, in Japan it said about the same thing, right? This is just about, the final game mode. So we could see that as the final, traditional game mode, but it could also mean this new, single player mode. It could mean an updated single player or multiplayer couch multiplayer game mode that we are now able to play online. Anything could basically be fair game here, not only because it's version 6.0, but also because, you're talking for 45 minutes about new updates to Smash, especially Terry, but there has to be something more to it, right? So that to me is extremely interesting. And let's talk about leak stuff. This all coincides with a leak that has been sent to me through Discord. This is totally real. This actually happened. So I'm not saying the leak is real, but this is not a doctored screenshot. This actually was posted, right? So it is just a screenshot of the Doomslayer character, and it is here that they say real Smash Ultimate leak, and then spoilers, right? Terry is releasing on November 6th. Comes with a Geese, Heihachi Lloyd Irving, and Hollow Knight Mii Fighter outfit. The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium. Online mode Slipspace comes with the version 6.0 update. Doomslayer is Fighter 5, although I'm not sure when he will release in terms of his stage, music, and outfits as of yet. I can only confirm 2 of the extra DLC fighters that will release after the pass, which are Geno and Frogger. However, like with Doomslayer, I'm not sure what they will release with. Screencap this if you like, and we totally did. So yeah, 3 things to talk about here. Huge things. Terry is releasing on November 6th. This is, of course, completely proven to be super, super real. And it was posted on Tuesday, the 29th of October, which is crazy, right? It's a little bit ahead of what we knew. And yeah, it is releasing on November 6th. If we, think about the fact that the video will play and then Sakurai at the end will probably say something like, yeah, and you can play as Terry right now, or in a few hours he'll release today, right? As he does with all the other things. Now, also the interesting thing here is that he mentions an online mode, Slip Space, coming with version 6.0. Of course, we've rumored for a very long time that there might be one more game mode coming and that it will possibly be an online game mode, so something that is strictly online. And Slip Space is a thing that has been leaked before, that there are ideas of what this is, or a tournament-based mode, or something even closer to a bit like Smash Run. All of this is extremely interesting, and the one thing that I really like about this leak is not just the me outfit ideas, right? Because people are crying probably about Lloyd Irving, and I can feel them, that is sad to see a character go like that, especially if we've had that costume before and it's been absent for a while, so we think maybe the character is coming, right? Hollow Knight, that would be really cool, especially if it would be treated as faithfully as Sans was. I think that it definitely deserves that. So Geese would make a lot of sense for Smash Brothers, and Heihachi, that's a long time coming too. I would love to see that back in Super Smash Brothers, but to me, the interesting part here is where it talks about other DLC fighters after the pass, and of course, Geno and Frogger mentioned here are interesting. Well, Geno is interesting for one reason, and that is Doomslayer and Geno, they have something very special in common, and that is the previous leak, because we talked about this previous leak yesterday, and it was the Mii costume, the Cacodemon thing, the Mii costume, the Mallow thing. So of course, yeah, the Cacodemon would mention Doomslayer. That had to probably be in the game somewhere. I don't buy it for a second that they would put something like that in the game and then it'd be like, yeah, it's just because they're working with that developer and that's like a fun thing, or, it's a throwaway. That is never, ever, ever going to happen. If that is what you think, you're just shielding yourself for what's inevitably going to happen if that leak is real. If that leak is real, then Doomslayer is confirmed. That is me just flat out saying it. And I have to say the same thing for Geno. If that leak of Mallow is real, then no doubt in my mind, we are not going to get a Geno Mii costume. We are going to get Geno as a character, and those two hats are the biggest leak that this person was able to show us, to basically show us this stuff is coming. It's even, in motion. And what's been funny is the Mallow hat is actually jiggling. It has jiggle physics, which only the slime hat has. So either it's an updated, like a modded version of that hat, and it's still fake, and it's just someone having fun with us, or yeah, that is even more real, and those new physics are now onto that new hat. So all of this super interesting. I don't want to talk about Frogger too much because this is the part of the leak where it gets iffy for me, because I do think that character is a huge part of video game history, but I just don't see it in Smash Brothers, even though there's been crazier things happening. So to me, that's kind of where it falls apart, but I'll have to see what they can do with this, right? If this ends up being real, that is interesting to me, but also a lot of info in this could definitely be faked. So this leak to me might not hold up just because of the fact that Frogger is in there. To me, that's like a really weird giveaway, and I don't, say that lightly. To me, that doesn't make sense at all at this moment in time, because I think that they're really looking at strange third-party additions that people actually, have a stake in at this moment, franchises or new games that they can promote. In terms of Banjo-Kazooie, that's a little bit strange, right? What does that character have coming out right now? But that was a huge fan-requested character. For Frogger, I wouldn't really say that much, but of course the character is a huge part of my childhood, so I would love to see it in Smash Brothers. So all of this combined makes for an interesting picture, right? The idea that we're getting Terry Bogard tomorrow, the presentation, and possibly also the character. Tune in. I will definitely be there with a Super Smash Brothers live stream. So I will live stream probably an hour beforehand, so you guys can have fun together with me on the live stream, talk some Super Smash Brothers, predict some stuff about Terry and the presentation and what else it might give you, and of course we will live stream after that Nintendo Direct, after that Smash Brothers live stream, because we probably are going to be playing as Terry. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of all this information. What do you think is going to happen question in that video tomorrow, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you comment down below, you could actually be featured in our next video. I'll read your comment out loud. And today's comment question is, what will happen in the video tomorrow? As for a previous comment question, our answer comes to us by user Jacob Tidwell saying, "Man, Ken just likes to leak everything whenever he takes a selfie, doesn't he? If this is real, which it may not be, I think Doomslayer will be the fifth fighter, and we'll get Mario RPG Mii costumes like Geno and Mallow, as well as some music tracks, kind of like how we did with Sans. I don't think Geno will end up being playable. No offense to Geno fans, but this is what I think will happen. Of course, Doom Guy may not be playable at all, and we'll just get Doom representation via Mii costumes, and the fifth fighter won't be from Mario RPG or Doom. But if it was from either of those games, I think Doom Guy just seems more likely than Geno. Edit just realized that these costumes could drop with Terry and not the fifth fighter, so maybe everything I just said was wrong." Well, Jacob Tidwell, thank you so much for your insightful comment. Yeah, the idea that we might not be getting Geno to me is scary, because I do have high hopes for that character, especially not having seen the Mii costume yet, especially with all the, weird stuff surrounding it with the music from Mario RPG getting taken down and the rights and stuff. And I love Operation Starfall that are fighting very hard to get more Geno representation in our Mario games and our Smash. So would love to see something like that. So I don't subscribe to the theory that Geno is not coming. I think that the character is on that same King K. Rool scale, where it's a character that Nintendo hasn't really recently been behind, but the fans have, and Sakurai knows this and is doing his hardest. Sakurai has said multiple occasions he would love to see Geno as a playable character because he knows that the moveset will be crazy cool and very easy to think of, and I think that that will come to a head in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I do believe so. And with this Mallow thing, if the Mallow thing is real, Geno is coming. So yeah, I do agree with you. I think Doom Guy, I think the Doomslayer will be great, but Geno to me actually has a lot more chance than I think you give it credit for. So maybe everything you said was wrong. Maybe everything that I'm saying is wrong. We're just here to speculate and have fun together. So thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending in your comments. I read through all of them when I have downtime, when I'm on my bicycle. These are so much fun to read through. Thank you so much. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. Right now, you guys are crushing it. You guys make blocked content possible. If you want to have yourself created in blocked content style or have your video idea become reality on this channel, well, please go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of incredible rewards there and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the blocked content family yet, click the subscribe button right now, ring the bell for notifications, because we're going to be going live tomorrow with this great Terry Bogard presentation. We're going to be live streaming it. We're going to do a stream beforehand as well. And if you press the subscribe button, that means you can see that on your screen as it is happening, so you won't miss a beat. All the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya!